I'm going to light some incense and use that to clear the room. If you would like me to cleanse your aura now, go ahead and give permission by saying accept. You can say accept aloud or in the comment box below. It's a lovely citrus incense. It's great for cleansing. So let's just go ahead and get anything that's left over from the day. We're going to go ahead and just knock it off now. It's very softly, anything left over from the day, it just fades away now. Just slowly and softly fading away. So much lighter now. Imagine the smoke just carrying away anything that no longer belongs to you. Any energy that you may have picked up throughout the day that does not belong to you, we release it now. Releasing, cleansing, removing anything that no longer needs to be here in this space with us. Checking the energy of the space. This is a tool that I made myself. It is similar to a besom or a witch's broom. It is a bundle of rose stems. I had a bouquet of rose stems. Pretty personal story, so excuse me if I tear up a little bit. I am sensitive after all. I talked to you all about how you're sensitive. I am sensitive too. So that's why I learned all these tips and tricks and educated myself in all these practices to help myself manage my emotions and just live a happier, more fulfilled life on a day-to-day basis. But these are a bouquet that I purchased whenever my aunt passed last year. So I purchased them in her honor, and I made the bouquet up, and I had it sitting up on an altar. So kind of like an ancestral altar that you might see at La Dia de los Muertos. So I had it sitting up there, and I let the roses dry, and they were so gorgeous. I had it for so long as a bouquet with roses too. I used all the roses. I'm getting a little emotional because the roses are gone and they were so pretty, and it really just kind of connected me to my aunt. And yeah, but it was time to use them up, to let it go. I needed the roses for a protection spell, cleansing work that I was doing for myself that needed like a stronger element. Usually when I use something that's going to be super messy, that uses up a lot of energy because I'm going to have to clean it afterwards, I only do that for like heavier situations. So I really needed these beautiful light pink roses for this work I was doing. And I used them. I had these stems left and they just looked so beautiful. They were all wrapped up nice and tight. They wrapped up nice and tight because I had them in a bouquet. And now I have them as my little mini besom up here. And it helps to protect the space. So if you would like to take a couple deep breaths and stare into this besom, these rose stems, say accept or comment accept, so you can accept the protective energy that these have. If you would like to accept this energy, this is a protective energy of strength, of pulling up your own personal power to protect yourself, an energy of empowerment. Let's take a deep breath together and say, I call back all of my power. Take a deep breath. And let it go. I now call back all of my power. You go ahead and say it now. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Let it go. And say, I call back all of my power. On this one right here, this one is very special to me too, because I got it with my kids. You know, I love them so much. This is actually hay from a park we were going to a lot for the last couple years, and there were some sentimental, emotional things tied to that. It's a little heavy, so I'm not really going to bring that into this space right now, but it was like a different park than we usually would go to. So we were going to this different park and, you know, trying to make the best of the situation. And there was a beautiful little duck pond there we would walk around, and there I had been wanting to collect stuff to make a besom, items to collect to make a besom, which is, you know, a traditional witch's broom. I wanted to make a mini one for, I think, one of the Sabbats. So anyways, this is the one that I have, and this came from this beautiful hay that had just dried there in place when it was cold out. So a lot of it was cut down, but this was a spot around a tree where they hadn't cut on like the side of a hill. So we had climbed up the side of the hill and we found all of this beautiful hay, and I had more of it. And you would see that in my How to Build a Fairy House video. There was a ton of this in that centerpiece that I made for my altar. It was a beautiful fairy house that had this this stone pot with fairies on the outside. Oh my God, so many people ask where I got it from too. So pretty. And then I had this owl type piece of wood. It was like a piece of wood from our tree out back, which again is very emotional for me because I was very sad when our tree had to get cut down, but it had to because it was causing problems on our property. But anyways, I had to have the tree cut. We had to have the tree cut down, and I got to keep this slither of wood off of the tree stump, and it kind of had this like different shape to it. And I used it in the fairy house, and I made it look kind of like an owl with some flowers that were also sentimental to me. They were from a card that my father gave me. So anyways, I'm going to use this to cleanse your energy.